I want to know who called me. 3 times. Colby! Ah, Colby! I'm gonna call him back.
Him and his girlfriend tried to like pick me up on Grindr.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, no.
She wants a fucking like hot gay
I know,
bisexual
but it's
boy.
so dumb.
So
It's like
bad.
we're gay for a reason.
I even told her to say, so how does Dion and Glenn feel about having a threesome with me and Colby? I'm like, they love the dick. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, but I wouldn't sleep with a girl ever near me. I don't care if your boyfriend's...
We won't even talk about Keon, okay?
Oh, no. Don't even bring it.
Oh my god. Okay, you only know that.
Well, now the whole world on this knows. It's been recording this whole time, girl.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, you can cut that part out.
You didn't
We'll see,
hear
we'll see.
thing.
Okay, anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, we performed. There was like no cheering while we were performing, which was odd. After the performance, no clapping or cheering or anything. It was complete silence for 3 whole minutes. Just standing there like, ta-da, we did our thing.
Crickets.
Yep.
Awkward.
And then on like the 5-minute mark, this is all in the video. On the 5-minute mark, it's like, yay. And we're like, okay, that was weird. We get off the stage, whatever. The girls want to go, but after they kind of like talked about it, they're like, well, Victoria's supposed to do her solo, and you know, we're kind of a part of it, and we want to be here for her and support her, and this is her first like crown event type deal. So that was really nice. They were gonna do that up, and it meant a lot. So we sat there and we stuck it out. We didn't care about all this weird negative vibe we were getting. We were just gonna get to that part, and then we could have left. Nothing was going on in the show. We were just sitting there watching people perform, whatever. 2 queens went up. Both their numbers didn't work. The CDs didn't work. Jessica just stood up, and she was just trying to be a sweetheart, for real. No cattiness, nothing. All she did was stand up and be like, so, we have more numbers that we could do. We could throw them on right now and do it for you and keep the show going while you guys just figure out what's going on with that dilemma over there type deal. And that's all it was. And these 2 bold-eyed lesbians behind us, one of them right close to us was like, please don't. And I just remember looking back with Brooke and being like, really? You're like 30-something, and you're
That's
gonna
so
say something like that where we can hear you?
So judgmental.
You know,
it's
it was just uncalled for. It was so uncalled for.
It's
and
very juvenile, like
High
as you
school.
say it. Like,
Yeah.
like we're not in high school anymore.
And we
How old
weren't
are
here
you?
for any type of bad thing. We were here just to support and be supported and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
We even got new dresses. It was a white party.
You look so pretty. I loved your blonde platinum hair, your
I
straight
know.
bang.
I love
like,
Brook-E's
you're
dress.
So
I made her buy
pretty.
it.
Oh my gosh, you all looked beautiful.
I
So
know we did.
beautiful.
So we're sitting there and we're waiting for my performance, which was actually so we had one coming up and then we had me. We're sitting there watching. There's actually a performance going on, or like a speaker. Either way, whatever. Some guy comes up to our table, a king or whatever, a duke. Our table, by the way,
is so weird.
is in the very front. We're in front of everybody. And then, whatever. This duke guy comes up, kneels in front of our table, and I swear to God, he was just going to be like, so we would love if you would perform another number. That'd be really cool. I just really thought that was what he was going to say.
Something nice.
Yeah, and instead, he's like, so there's been a few complaints, and we're going to ask you to leave. And I was just in such shock. I was just staring at his face. Like, I just remember being so shocked. I've never felt like that. I just felt very disrespected. Very disrespected. It took a lot to get us out there all together again. It took a lot to put up with these negative, silly, whatever bullshit. It took a lot to perform in front of all that still. Also, there was a show going on when you came up here, and did this. Our table is in the very front of all these people, so it's like some big dramatic thing, and it's also before I was supposed to perform. It could have been handled so much differently. You could have taken me to the side and just talked to me about the situation. You could have talked to me the next day as like a group of people or whatever, and just explain maybe next time this and that shouldn't happen, or whatever it is that the actual issues were. But that's not how it went down. It went down in a very silly, dramatic, let's go in front of everybody while someone's performing and ask them to leave in front of all this. And it just really hurt my feelings, and I was really pissed.
And saying that, we would like you not to make a scene
No.
about it, it's like...
Yeah, the next
After,
words
like-
that came out of his mouth were, and we would like if you would leave quietly.
To assume that you
And-
were going to make a scene.
Yeah, exactly. And I was just like, I wasn't happy anymore. I am a very put together girl, and I do not,
Say what you did next.
I do not,
I love it when you say it.
I do not ever do anything unless I have a real right or a
Mhm.
feeling for it, or like it's, I always have myself classy and put together, and I don't want to disrespect, but I felt very disrespected. So I stood up and I did flip that fucking table, and the candles went flying, and I think I said something like, "You're disgusting," and I walked my ass out of that club right away. Like, there was nothing after that, just flipped the table and left. There is no way in how you're going to disrespect me and my girls like that and tell us to leave and quietly and whatever. I was over it. Flipped the table, walked out. Someone grabbed my arm as I was walking out and said, "Hey," and I said, "Get the fuck off me," and I pulled away, and he tried to grab my crown out of my hand, and I like kept walking, and he actually chased after me, and he's like, "Give me back that crown," and that is court property. And I was like, "No," and I kept walking, and he's like, "You are stripped of your title, you are over, you are nothing." And I was just so like livid, and just livid. I walked into a snowstorm actually, and I just strutted through all this fucking blizzard. Short ass dress, heels, weave flying. I was just done. I wasn't going back to that dramatic scene. I was just gonna get as far away from it as I could, and that's all that I did.
I remember that call. I was working at the time because unfortunately I couldn't watch my favorite girls.
Yeah, and
it was
Brook
just...
and Jiz and them were escorted out, and
Yeah.
something about one of them was like, "Why are we being escorted out?" And like, "Who has the problem for real? Like, what did we do?" And I guess the bar owner or something was like, "I wanted you out. I didn't want you guys here at all, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, well, thanks for giving us a heads up a long time ago. That's all I can really say about it. The girls and me got separated after that. I walked all the way home, like 30-something blocks, just like that, in this fucking slushy snowstorm. But whatever, I was too pissed to care. When...
It was probably about like a 20-block walk, something like
It was
20
far.
plus.
It was far.
Yeah, it was a long walk. Long walk. And yeah, it was not a happy person.
But that's exactly how it went down. I'm not embellishing. I'm not being anything that I should be. This is exactly the same story I've told everyone that's ever asked. I've never said I was better or I did better. I've always said this whole story exactly this way about all of us girls.
All misunderstanding.
Yeah, all of us together. I've always stood up for us as a group. They are my sisters. I
Which
would
is
never
understandable.
put anyone down or say anything harsh or bad or anything like that. There was a rumor that Brook-E may have tried to punch someone, but then they said that the rumor was that I tried to punch someone because of when I ripped my arm away. People thought that I may have hit someone. That would never have happened. I would never hit anyone. And Brooke, as if, she's the sweetest little thing of life.
She's so innocent.
So innocent and sweet.
She's
You know?
just like, I'm pretty and I'm here.
So that was a big false rumor. The second that I was told I was stripped of my title, all of Calgary knew, but, all the drama and all the rumors and stuff are what people knew. So that is my main point for making this vlog and just correcting that entire situation. This is just exactly what went down. And I don't care if you don't, whatever, because it's the truth.
It's just
I
being
don't
brought out
have
there.
a reason to lie, so whatever. Plus, when I got home and stuff, I did feel like shit. I thought that me being the queen that got our title crown stripped away, that it would kind of affect me to perform and stuff and whatever, and therefore it would affect my sisters and the group, and I did get hurt by that. I didn't want it to affect them like that, but you know, they said that we all had our silly, like, they said don't even worry about it, we're sisters and whatever, and I agree with that, and I got over it quickly, because if this was happening to any of them, I will never not be by their side.
Mm-hmm.
I would grab their hand and we'd get through it, because we've been through worse, or we could go through worse. Who cares? We are sisters. Like, I was a queen before the crown, and even if I didn't have my title, I still had GITM, and I always will. Boom, 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 Sorry, the camera keeps shutting off.
And she's got a very gorgeous bum.
It's all in her face.
So yeah,
all in my face.
That's what went down, and I'll always stick by my girls. This is exactly the exact same story, because the court actually, they said that I was stripped of my crown, whatever, but
There was a hearing about it.
there was a hearing and a trial and a vote and all this and that. I had to go up with this lovely young lady. She accompanied me in front of all these seasoned queens, and I told this exact story to them. I never apologized and bowed down to anyone and let them take away what really happened and what didn't. I was there. I said it how it was, like I always will, because I believe that the truth is what matters, and it is. And I stuck up for us. I stuck up for all of us. I told Donna, there was a slight beef because she was in the poster. Apparently, don't put a queen in the poster unless she's performing. But you know what?
I think that's
Girl
bogus.
in the Mirror is 4 of us now, and if, like, no matter what, you will always be in the poster. We are a group. Even if 2 of us are sick or gone, we're still all 4 of us. That's what our group
That's
is.
what you are.
They will all be in a poster.
You see that in mainstream
Sorry.
posters all the time. Do you think, like, No Doubt or whatever, like, let's
Yeah.
say one of the bassists got sick, do you
Yeah.
think they're gonna remove him out of the poster because
No.
he's not
So
gonna appear?
silly little
Like,
things
it's-
like that.
it's
I'm
silly.
sorry, but this is a new generation. It's time to stop being so nitpicky over silly little things like that.
But they're threatened. I feel like they not exactly.
Like, I'm sorry that it
threatened,
affected people, but the only way it affects you is if you let those people affect you. Okay? So that's why I stayed this exact course with this exact story, because it's the truth, and I never back down and, like, whatever. It's just because why should I? Why should anybody? Like, we heard what the court had to say, and I did, and there was someone that, you know, he had his voice towards me of what happened that night, and I heard him out, even though he was kind of
Twisting the story around
Well,
and maybe even
just a little bit.
changing it.
He's just a little, he seemed a little rude, or a little, like, he
Yeah.
didn't like me a lot, and
No.
that's what she says, and I'm like, oh, I know.
Eccentric.
I just chose to ignore that, and I just said it how it was in my point of view, which the court heard me out. And, you know, even before they made their decision of if I get my title back or not, there's people that I met at the club that I'm like, hey, I'm Victoria's Secret, by the way, like some queens. And they're like, we know who you are. We want to perform with you. And I'm like, really? And that's awesome. And, like, yeah, and you should get your girls down here too, GITM, because we love them. And stuff like that. Like, even if there was, like, some negative, crazed out story, no one cares that, like, we stood up for ourselves.
It's you did what you had to do to put yourself out there. You did what you had to do in Calgary, which was like, you know, make yourself a name, which is really, like, I understand it's really hard here because the community is so small here. So
Yeah.
small.
Yeah.
And it's
And
like
very closed.
yeah, and very
close.
Yeah.
and very, like, you know, like,
And that's why
nobody knows about it.
Yeah, that's why me being voted Queen of Hearts, when I got voted by the people. The people, there were so many people there that had to actually vote to make me their queen. So I feel like I'm a community queen. Like, I have to hear what the people have to say, and I'm trying to bring that to the court queens and to the people with the higher power to bring what the people want, because no one's listening to anyone. So I feel like I'm that middle girl. And that's another thing. I felt that the people voted for the court to make me Queen of Hearts. So even if I lost my title, I still felt like it wasn't in their right to take it away, because it's what the people wanted. Therefore, I still should always be the Queen of Hearts, you know? So I expressed all this straight to the court. She was there. Even before they had their vote, there was people at the court that were like, here's my number.
Yeah.
We want you for an event soon, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, thanks. I guess even if I lose my crown.
They still want you.
Yeah, which is sweet, I guess. And they all voted, silent little vote, ballot and whatever. Some queens couldn't vote because whatever reasons.
They weren't there all the time.
Yeah, so it could have went either way. I had to sit there with like, I don't know.
I'd say there was about 20 people.
Yeah, like
there.
20 people just sitting there, hearing my story. Some weren't even listening. I don't know.
Some weren't even looking at you.
And kind of nerve-wracking, you know. But they voted, and to be honest, they voted for me to keep my crown. So, can you hold that?
Yeah, girl.
I am Victoria's Secret, and I
wait,
do
wait,
keep
wait,
my
wait,
title
wait.
as Queen of Hearts. I even got a little placky thing that says Victoria's Secret, Queen of Hearts, 2013, Edmonton. So, you know, my whole point is that all these rumors, all these silly bullshit, it was for nothing, and none of us should be put down or whatever for it in either city. There's been a few little things. Sorry. There's been like a few setbacks, I guess, with Jessica and stuff back in Calgary. I've been banned from Twisted for whatever reasons, even though this event didn't even happen in Calgary. It happened in Edmonton, and I've even been to Twisted for a while. But apparently I got banned from there too. So all I can say is that these small childish little things are unnecessary. In the gay community, I am so tired of us putting down each other. We should be stepping up and supporting each other and making this community better. We already have so much negativity on the outside world that we've had to break through. Why does there have to be so much in us still?
Amen, sister.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but so, you know, we'll make another vlog soon because I know you love me. I'm just kidding.
I know. Who doesn't love this face? So beautiful. And your tits look great, by the way.
Thanks. I worked really hard on them, you know.
I've been growing them out this season.
Yes, I have.
Oh my god.
I upped my ante with this, you know. I don't know. I guess I just have to say that thanks for watching and hearing it out, and that's how it went. And don't lose your voice. Don't bow down to people just because they say that they own you. You own you, and that's where and how you'll get anywhere, you know. And if you want to be a new generation queen, hit me up. I'm always looking for new girls to bring out there and show off to the community and just help out. Like I said, we never had drag mothers, and I'm not looking to be a drag mother. but I do believe in drag sisters, and you know, you becoming the way that you want to be, and whatever. So, shout out to my girls in Calgary. Love you, no matter what. Jessica, Brook-E, Donna, Matrix, Trixie, and yeah, love you all. I don't know what to say.
Love you.
Wasn't there something else I said at the end of the last vlog?
I don't know. It was like, is this thing on?
that was from a previous vlog, darling. A long time ago. I think you should all know about that one.
Yeah, it was good. So should we do a dance party?
Yeah, let's have a kiki.
Let's have a kiki.
Or even a thrift shop, baby.
Should we do both?
Crazy people.
Yes, we'll do both. Wink, wink. No one winks anymore. Kidding. Okay, thank you. Loves, loves. I don't like to like spit, so like I don't know.
Hello, wherever you are, I'll be dancing on the dance floor, drinking by the bar. Tonight we do a beat, you can shine like stars. And we don't give a fuck, 'cause that's just who we are. And we are the crazy kids, the crazy kids.
Push the record button?
Which one's the record button? The little dot?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, oh, it is recorded. You have to push stop.
What?
Onesie with jammy sucking in and rock that motherfucker. We built a onesie with the socks on the motherfucker. I hit the party and they stop motherfucker. They be like, oh, that Gucci, that's so exciting. I'm like, yo, that's $50 for a t-shirt. Limited edition, let's do some simple edition. $50 for a t-shirt, that's just a mingle of bitch. I'm still black, getting swindled in hair. I'm still black, getting tricked tires. That shirt hella dope. And I do the same one as 6 other people in this club. It's a hell of a week game. Come take a look through my telescope. Tryna get girls from a brand, man, you hella won't. Man, you hella won't.
Granddad's clothes, I look incredible. I'm in this big ass coat from that thrift shop down the road. I'll wear your granddad's clothes, I look incredible. I'm in this big ass coat from that thrift shop down the road. I'm gonna hop sometimes, only got $20 in my pocket. I'm looking for a cover, this is fucking awesome.
Is that your grandma's coat?
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You were so Asian. He was like, yeah, I'm so cute.